Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Iglucast podcast. Today I'm joined again by Aidan McNichol and Michael Ritchie.
Hello.
Hi.
Since we're recording this at the last minute, it actually is the 19th of March, so I can say the date. It's the 19th of March, 2015. Things are a bit hectic at Igloo, so this is going to be a quick one. So, what happened?
That's all we know, babes. That's all I know.
So what happened in the gaming world this
XL.
week? Did you? That's very good. I played some games too. We're done.
Okay.
Well, good. Good
See you next
podcast.
week. What's Cities XL?
It's really good. It's basically what the new SimCity should have been,
Mixed with Microsoft Excel.
and it's like they have taken some of the
That's a
ideas of
terrible
like,
joke.
because what SimCity did really well was like visualizing data of your city. So like if you wanted to see where all the sewage was going, you like turned it on. It was like big blobs of poo moving around. You see like big brown masses like pumping. So you could see where they were going. You know, and if you wanted water, then it highlighted all the sources of water and coal and stuff. So it does like that pretty well. Not quite as well done, but it like you can build a city more than a kilometre squared, which is nice. Because that was a big thing with the SimCity, where it was like, oh, I'm going to build this huge expansive city, got all these options. Like, nope, you have room to do just like one thing, and then you need to go to another city to do that. Here, it's just like, you get to a certain level of population, and you can just buy a new plot of land right beside it, and just expand into that. And it seemingly gets massive. Like, I haven't played it long enough to build anything like majorly huge, but I think it's a 9x9 square in the end, and like the one squares are pretty big to begin with, so you can end up with a.
And then if you fill that, you get the
Mega
city
city.
on the moon.
Yeah, though
City.
as usual I'm stumbling like I do in most ones, and that at the minute no one's garbage has been collected and criminals run rampant and half the city's on fire and the other half's dying of a plague. But I'll get there in the end.
That'd be so good if like you could have like robotic policemen and it
Yeah,
would literally
that-
turn
that-
into
that-
RoboCop.
Yeah, but I don't. The one cool thing is that people can make their own buildings and put their own properties on them and then upload them to Steam Workshop, and then people can download them. So like I've seen a lot of like cheap ones of like there's like a garbage disposal that will suck up any garbage that is in your city, and it only takes up one square. And you put it that way, like the average building takes up 4 squares, like a wee house or something.
Holy shit.
And there's probably a billion Stark Towers and penis buildings already.
Yeah, you can build your own stuff. Well, see, that's the thing. Someone could build the Detroit Police Department and then model a little RoboCop, and that would be pretty cool.
Oh my god.
In fact, that would be amazing.
The future is now.
And then just have like nuclear plants all around with chemical waste.
The cool thing is that a lot of people, they've taken like topography maps of like famous cities, and that means that you can load in with the terrain of a famous city, so you can literally like build New York if you wanted to.
Oh,
And
that's
I saw a really
cool.
good one, like someone that like can build Monaco, and it looked
I
just
don't
like
know,
Monaco.
where's Monaco?
In Monaco. It's like a city-state. Was it
One of
France
those.
or something? It's like near France or Spain or something. I don't know. They have,
Shot me down fucking instantly there. It's like Monaco.
they have
You
a-
thought
It's in
you-
Monaco.
you thought you were
have you
being
never
a
seen
clever
Iron Man
bastard.
or 2?
Is it in 2?
That's where they have the Grand Prix and he gets attacked.
Oh,
And
but
he's
2's the worst one.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Whatever.
3's pretty good.
Mickey Rourke is a villain though. Like, that's stupid.
Everyone knows he's a nice guy.
Exactly.
What?
I mean, look at his face.
Yeah,
Just mean,
they have a big Grand Prix
in-
there. It's,
Yeah.
it's like a tiny little country that's filled with rich people because it's like a tax haven. But someone replicated it in Cities XL, and that's pretty cool.
That sounds amazing.
I've yet to master it though. Though thankfully there's like mods and stuff, so I've turned on all money all the time.
All money, all the time.
So it doesn't matter. I think I'm massively in debt, but it doesn't matter because I have an infinite pool
Because
of
you have all the
resources.
money.
I can buy my way to victory.
Isn't that what gaming's all about? No.
So, what games have you been playing?
I'm playing a lot of Hotline Miami too, which I am
I
liking.
went back to try to finish one, couldn't do it.
I forgot Hotline Miami 2 came out.
I'll be right back.
I gotta go, guys. I have to press some comms.
Yeah, so
Is
really
it good?
enjoyed it. I say it's not as good as the first one, but that wasn't really a surprise. It's like if you would give the first one 9 out of 10, you'd give this one 7 out of 10.
Why? What's
But-
wrong with it?
It's too heavily focused on guns, and
Yeah, so
you
much
can't
goes
like
in
change your mask as much as you want to. The other way, like in the first one, you unlock like a mask pretty much after every level, and then at the
Yeah.
start of any level, you can pick what mask you want. There's kind of like 2 stories going on at the same time, and you can only you're either not wearing a mask or you can only pick from like 4 masks, at least initially. I'm assuming once you beat the game you can go back and redo missions with whatever mask you want. But the story kind of dictates the mask.
You need to wear the
wear.
oil one to unlock secrets.
Yeah.
If it's like the first one.
But like the oil, I haven't came across the oil one yet. I keep unlocking masks and weapons, but I can't use them in the story mode.
Really?
I'm assuming that once you beat it, you can go back and redo missions with whatever you want.
So it's actually, in trying to get a better story, it's constricting the gameplay.
Essentially, yeah.
Are
The
there
thing,
any different mechanics?
you can dual wield, which is pretty cool. There's a guy, yeah, literally like, he's two machine guns. He points them forward, and when you let right click would be to throw a weapon or whatever.
Yeah.
When you right click, he moves his arms like out to his sides, so you can actually like hold click both buttons, and he just
so
goes
cool.
like that there.
Oh,
So that you can just walk like through a corridor, just go like that. And then there's one
Oh, that
there's
actually sounds so
two of the
good.
main characters are like they're like two swans, like 2 swan masks, and you actually play as them in a pair, and one has a chainsaw and one has an Uzi, and you control both. So when you
What?
right
At
click,
the same time?
yeah, when you right click you fire the Uzi, when you left click like you swing a chainsaw. So they're overpowered, but if one of them dies, both die. So like
Wait, is it
basically,
controlling 2 separate characters, or it's one person with the chainsaw?
it's kind of like
and
the
the
ice,
other?
you know, like the ice climbers in Smash Brothers.
No.
Okay.
What is this, a video game that's popular?
It's essentially like you're only actually controlling one character, but the other one follows you, and he has an Uzi. And when you like right click, he fires the Uzi, and when you left click, your character swings the
That's quite
chainsaw.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's actually pretty clever because he'll fire whatever way your mouse is pointing, so you can literally
Oh, okay.
like
I saw
swing
some
something from you.
videos that
And
made it
then
look like it's got auto aim now. Is that a
It's-
thing? Like it
it
locks
kind
on?
of always did have auto aim.
Yeah, it had
But
that
it
thing
doesn't
that
have,
you
like,
could
a-
click and like, so if you got close enough to a door, you could like hover your cursor over someone and like do like a click thing, so you can bust through a door, stab a guy, and then just.
Yeah, or, like if you click the mouse button, you can.
There's a
like,
lock
basically it
on.
locks.
Yeah,
to
there's
someone,
always
yeah.
been a lock on.
Yeah,
How do you do it?
It's middle mouse.
middle mouse
isn't it?
button. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So it's
Man,
like
I haven't played this.
like
That's why I'm fucking shit at this
it's
game.
like so if
I'm
you're
doing it the hard way, manually aiming with this. I'm like, these guns are fucking useless.
yeah, well, it's like if you're outside
That's
the
so
door,
weird.
even if you have a knife and there's somebody outside the room, you can lock on them before you go through the door and
Yeah.
just run through the knife and then like run out again. Or
I've literally been throwing it at them manually.
yeah.
I thought, oh man, this is so
Sometimes
good.
manually works better because it's like the auto aim is a line, as in
Yes.
if there's something in the way, you'll just throw it at the thing.
Yeah, but I have to do that manually anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you have to like aim, then sort of counter it, and then like step sideways so that it lines up correctly when you throw it. That's a
Yeah.
fucking pain in the
Well,
balls.
what's
It
the
is.
button to kind of? There's also a thing, you know, where you can stand to like a edge of a door, and the camera will move.
Well, you
further
hold, you hold
through.
shift and you can sort of like look
Yeah,
at
You
it.
can look
okay.
ahead and stuff.
Just
yeah.
making sure you.
Yeah, I know how to do
I
that.
don't know about
yeah.
that. Yeah, it's. I'd say the thing is though, because you can't choose your mask, it's a harder game. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm
I
not
never.
really sure.
I always
but
liked using the oil mask.
I liked
I never
having the choice.
I think I just had the dog one because I fucking hated the dogs.
That one was really good. There was the one as well that made doors kill you.
Yeah,
Like,
doors.
doors
good.
kill the enemies.
Yeah, that was pretty
The
good.
first match you get's pretty cool because you have it gives you a roll that you can dodge bullets with. If you just time it perfectly, you do like a roll forward. So if someone like
Yeah.
points a shotgun at you, and you can dodge it and then get right up underneath them and stab them.
Are the enemies slower? Because you don't normally, like in the last one, you didn't really notice someone was shooting at you until you got shot.
Yeah,
like they
it's
never
essentially,
missed.
It was literally like a shot that blast comes down a corridor that you can't see the end to, and you were just
No,
killing
it's
half, and that was it.
it's just as bullshitty as that.
Okay.
Probably worse because there are more guns. I would say more enemies have guns.
Guns were
I'm not
not
sure how I
Which
feel about that.
it's the kind of thing that makes it like arbitrarily difficult. It's like if you want to make a game more difficult, just throw in more enemies and double their armor.
Yeah.
It's not like fair difficult. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
oh this is stupid. Like everyone has guns. Like you
No,
walk
I
past the
wanted
window
more
and get shot.
knives
Like
and things.
yeah,
That's what
I don't think the gun should be in the game at all. But then with no guns, the game's too easy. But there's like a happy medium that
Yeah.
they haven't found in this one. So I
First
don't know.
one's so good though.
Yeah.
So good.
But the story in this one's really intriguing as well because you flash back to like you go to Hawaii during like the Cold War and kill Russians for a while as well.
What?
It's just kind of strange. You hop back and forth through time a lot, and the main 4 characters are essentially copycat killers who are just 4 regular guys that go out and kill people, copying you from the first game just for the crack basically. Like
Okay.
they literally are like sitting in a bar and they're like, I'm bored, what do you want to do? And then
This
that's what they do. Yeah.
And then the other same characters you played in was multiplayer.
I think so. Yeah, well, yeah. There's there's 4 characters. There's like a pig mask, a wolf mask, I think, and then 2 swans, and then someone else. But I think the implication is that the 2 swan characters are the same person because in a level you see 2, but in like cutscenes there's only one guy, so I think it's like weird split personality type thing.
Okay. I like how twisted those games normally are.
This one's really twisted.
Like, they're also twisted mentally and stuff as well, which I think is always good.
When you load it up, it like asks you, there's a scene, it says it involves sexual violence, and it asks you if you want to, like, you know, skip it basically. Yes or no, that's the first thing the game asks. And if you say you don't want to skip it, then that's the first thing you see.
Wow.
At the start of the game.
Okay, yeah. Beforehand, it was kind of like commentary on.
Yeah,
now it kind of seems like bad taste. Yeah. But in one way, I suppose it's like, oh, so you really want to say, bam, here it is.
But there's like sort of like a twist at the end of the scene as well that makes it less bad.
See, I never find the first one to be like, people were always like, yeah, I always felt really bad about killing people, and it's like, because they were just pixels, it was kind of hard for me to feel.
Yeah.
But if they're like having like rape in the game, then
God, Jason, he's a psycho.
He's a psycho.
I'm not a psycho. Oh, shit. Fuck you. You play games where you watch poo.
No.
Okay.
Get your hands off him.
It all goes in. It's a sewer.
It's a sewer. Life's a sewer.
It's really disgusting when it pumps out into the sea as well.
Yeah, that was gross. I saw that over your shoulder. Why was it like a purple grey?
Always watching.
That didn't make sense.
Mix
There's a
waste together.
There's a lot of pollution in his city. The people are very
They are very ill. They're literally dying by the thousands. It's terrible.
He's sick, man.
dying.
I don't know. I zoned way too much and then forgot to build any hospitals or clinics. And then I didn't have any money to build them, and then everyone started dying and leaving and spreading.
What do they have?
It doesn't say. It just has this like sad green face over all the houses.
Oh no.
And then skull and crossbones started appearing, so I assume they're dying.
Another case of skull and crossbones. It's an epidemic.
Not the skull and crossbones!
You can go in to like see what they have. I just didn't bother because it was like, oh.
Because
you're all dead.
See,
anyway.
He's the psychopath here. Thousands are dying. I don't really care. I mean, I'm just busy watching
What's the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath?
Psychopaths can't tell the difference between right and wrong.
Sociopaths don't care.
Yeah, sociopaths can.
You're a psychopath and he's a sociopath. For the
okay.
The psychopath.
I feel slightly better for that, I think.
Because you don't think there's anything wrong with killing people in Hotline Miami, so you don't know any better, and you generally your townspeople are doing
that's even worse.
And all you care about is building your RoboCop.
Go kill. There's no one to protect. Kill.
Kill the corpses.
I think that's
also
a fair assessment, maybe.
I also played loads of weird games at EGX in London. I played an Oculus game where you had to get into a coffin, which is really interesting.
I wonder why you want a coffin. That's weird.
I saw a photo of that, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it was a game called Taphobos where basically you put an Oculus Rift to get into a coffin and they stick the lid on, and then through the rift you see like your body in the coffin and you see like all like mossy walls and stuff. And then someone else is on the outside on a like with an Xbox controller and a monitor, and they're like in a crypt, and you have a microphone and you get clues in the coffin as to where you are, and you have to say to them, okay, like it says on my screen, through the hole in the wall lies freedom. So then they look for a hole in the wall and go into the room, and there's like crypts, and then it would be like, okay, well, what does it say now? Give me another clue, and then basically you have 3 minutes to guide them to you before you suffocate.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really
But
cool.
how would that work in a real life situation? Just like one of your friends just lie down, you put a blanket on them. And it's like, protect.
The problem was as well, the coffin didn't arrive until the end of the first day, so he was kind of standing there, like we were talking to him, and he was like, yeah, the coffin's not here, so I can't show the game. And it's kind of like, it is an issue of practicality, but the whole point really of the Oculus at this point is, you don't look at it in terms of, how can we sell this? It's just like interesting things to do with it.
And I heard a very similar concept that seemed like it would work like you could move it around, and it was 2-player, one person's a bomb disposal expert, and the other person's reading the manual.
Oh yeah.
So then one person can only see the bomb.
Yeah,
what do I do next? And it's like, oh fuck, and then it explodes like that. You could do that at home.
Yeah.
Because I find who's gonna buy a coffin to lock themselves.
It's kind of
maybe
it's almost
someone
like
has one.
Spare one.
Don't question them where I sleep.
You could plan ahead and just buy your own, I guess, but that's kind of depressing.
Yeah, that's super.
It's like, this is the coffin I'll be buried in.
Team up.
Sitting in
now to play some video games. And I like the idea of lying down on a couch with a blanket in your head. It's like together.
Well, the guy that made it is called James Brown. Get down.
That's pretty good.
And he's a researcher at university in uncomfortable games. So it's not necessarily like a commercial
It's like an
project.
academic thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it was in the left field collection, EGX, and they were all these kind of strange games. There was like a roguelike RPG that was literally just one LED light. It was like there was like a string of LEDs, and you were the red light, and you're the green light or something. When you came to a red light, that was an enemy. When you came to a blue light, that was like you leveled up, and when you got to the end, you started over again. And essentially, when you came to an enemy, you had to hit the button to beat the enemy, and you had to hit another button at the right moment to like get through the next level. And it was literally just like going up the wall, like a line of lights. So it was just going like whoop 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 whoop, and you were just hitting the button as you went.
That literally has turned it into like the whole thing about. I remember someone was writing about like video games are kind of like the whole thing. It's like when a mouse presses a button to get cheese, and it feels good when it presses the button. That literally is like you're pressing a button, being told you're doing good. That's it. You're not getting anything from it.
Yeah, it's like you're
gambling
told you succeed.
Yeah.
But that's
But all games function like that.
when you look
The only question is do you actually take their money? That's when it becomes weird.
I think for like Destiny for me was addictive because it's literally just that of shooting things feels nice.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then you get loot and you level up,
Yeah.
so it's like just firing in your brain. It's like, oh yeah, I killed someone. Oh, there's loot. Just like kind of constant reinforcement. And I suppose that's like it distilled down to the most purest form. It's like you got past the red light, well done. And then you die. It's like, oh, you died, try again. And there was also that deep breathing game that Owen Harris made.
Deep breathing.
It's called Deep, and essentially you wear an Oculus and you put like a kind of like a sensor around your waist, and it's supposed to teach you like yoga breathing. So you like breathe deep into your stomach, and as you breathe, you're like on the screen, you're like in a weird underwater world, and as you breathe, a circle fills up and you float, and then when you breathe out, you sink, and then you move depending on what way you're like facing or looking with the Oculus. So you can literally like look over and be like, oh, there's like a whale over there, and you breathe to like float towards it, and then like breathe out to sink. And it's really weird because you've even like with like the Oculus and the headphones and stuff, you forget that you're standing like in the middle of like like a trade show or whatever, and you're kind of like when you take it off, you're like you actually feel really relaxed.
Yeah,
you don't realize you've been doing like meditative breathing, and I could actually see that has like a practical application.
That sounds super relaxing. Actually.
Yeah, it's like if Oculus got like a commercial release and that was bundled in, or you could download it for a few £, like.
We're gonna get it for the office.
Yeah.
Having a bad day, go in the corner, just
It genuinely
relax
would
with
help
the
with
wheels for 10 minutes.
That's what would make whales sound like.
And then there was another Oculus one that was literally just like a loot game where you wore an Oculus with a touchpad on the side of it, and on the screen you were like in a dungeon. Yeah, you were literally like you were standing like that there.
That's Cyclops. Someone should be doing a Cyclops thing.
For the listeners, they're holding their hands to the sides of their heads.
Like Professor Xavier.
Sorry.
No one can see you, Ian.
For the listeners at home.
Wait, what? I'm free to commit crimes!
Yay! And essentially you'd like be in a little dungeon and you'd just look around and you'd use the touchpad to open chests and then get loot, and that was all you were doing, just running around a dungeon getting loot. And then
so what is it, as long as you're looking at it, you can hit it and it'll...
Yeah,
basically. Are there any bad guys?
So wait, it's like telekinesis then?
Essentially, yeah.
See, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because you could be like, it might like put enemies in it and stuff. Choke them like
that could be a
or
really,
something
really
like
cool use of it. That would be actually, that's a great idea. That would be a really good use of it.
Or it just takes Second Sight, the greatest psychic game ever.
It was amazing.
Clearly someone never played Psychonauts.
Was it Second Sight and that PsyOps game came out at exactly the same time?
PsyOps shit.
The Mind Game conspiracy.
Well, it wasn't shit, but it was boring. It was boring and uninteresting.
It's weird how often that happens.
Yeah, so shit.
But yeah, that was a cool one.
If they stick in enemies and like weapons and stuff, like say you could be like you go down a corridor and someone has a weapon, you could take the weapon off them and like smash the other guy with it and then smash them with it.
Even like with the style of the game, it's like kind of just really quick run around looting things, and like as you turn and walk with the Oculus, like you move from room to room. It'd be cool if just when you saw enemies you just had to like tap the touchpad to like hit them, like, and then health would come off them and then just exploded into treasure, because you'd literally just be like walking around going do.
Yeah, actually that,
and it would be like a really
I really want to play. I've never used an Oculus yet.
It was actually, that was my first time using them. We actually went out of our way.
Is it as good as I imagine?
Yeah, it's amazing. We also played on a Roto VR, which was like a they launched their Kickstarter in the same day. It's basically like a virtual reality chair where you have like pneumatic pedals that you control turning with, and you have a game controller, and they played Alien Isolation on
Oh
that
fuck
with an
yeah.
Oculus and like the headset,
that'd
and
be cool.
literally like you use the pedals to like turn, and then you use the stick to walk forward. So it was really immersive, and then it was just like, it was kind of so immersive that when the alien appeared, you're like, what do I do? And you freaked out, and then the alien killed you, and you're like, ah! And then there was just like a big crowd of people watching you sitting in your chair going,
These are the kind of
So
thing,
stupid.
yeah. I don't know, have I mentioned Flagship here?
I
No.
don't think so.
Looks like such a good game, and it's basically you are the admiral of a space fleet,
Yeah.
and you like move around collecting resources and whatever, and you've got your big commander's like table with a 3D hologram of your fleet, and when the enemy flies in, like it'll expand out, and then they'll be on it. And the whole point is like it plays like an RTS, but you're the commander inside your thing, so you can like order your ships to attack.
Can you
But
move
the
with
thing-
your hands and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, no, you're gonna have to do the controller. I'm sure
In the
if
future,
they
they'll
get
get
to
it.
read
Like
some sort of
Minority
gloves
Report stuff.
attachment or something.
Minority Report, and they're just dragging the
But the
troops
cool
in.
thing is that your bridge on your flagship is in a dome, like a glass dome, so you can actually just look up
Oh, I'd see the
and
level.
it'll all be happening above you. Like you can see all the fighters and stuff. Like the only footage they've had of it so far, I know it's quite early stage and the graphics aren't quite there, but if they made it look pretty,
What was,
it would be amazing.
what was that game that you were playing, or you were watching stuff on? And I saw over your shoulder, and you were in like you sold it to me as essentially the ship battles from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but in space. And you control the big ships, and they're
Rogue
like
Galaxy.
Rogue
Yeah,
Galaxy.
it looked very cool. It was like the entire, like when you're sailing a ship,
Yeah.
except you're in space. So the whole
Oh,
idea
you're
is, like,
flying a ship.
You're lining up your plasma cannons and shooting all the ships
Yeah.
and stuff, and it all works in a 2D plane.
That sounds really good.
Oh really?
We also played Oculus, like first person space shooting game called Sub-Level Zero, where essentially you had the Oculus headphones and 2 joysticks, and it's like a roguelike. You're basically flying, you're like a little spaceship going through tunnels and weird planets and stuff, killing enemies, and you control like obviously movement with the sticks. It's really complicated, but you basically kill enemies and then you fly through their, like you pick up loot and buy upgrades, and then when you die everything resets. But it's coming out in Steam like just as a normal game, but then the Oculus with the 2 joysticks was just really really cool, because it literally feels like you're in the plane, like flying through space, and
Yeah.
you see like your hands on the joysticks as well.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
with
That,
the
that
Oculus.
is the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Like I want to play Elite Dangerous,
Yeah.
and I want to have Track IR, Oculus Rift, fucking the HOTAS things, and just be
Yeah.
able to be like hyperdrive and slam the throttle.
It'd be so cool.
That's actually pretty sweet.
Because that like Roto VR chair as well, that kind of thing could really do that,
Yeah.
and just have the whole.
I also saw a video
Experience
of it,
package.
someone had hooked up a Kinect so that it took voice commands. So they could be like, foot shield!
Oh!
And then like,
Yeah.
it's like, divert power to weapons!
Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh, it's like so ridiculous. He had like, it was like the setup was something like 10 grand or something. It was
Worth it.
Holy
insane.
shit.
Like he had like the most expensive computer and like a class chair and a whole task and everything. He had it set up with Kinect and the Oculus Rift, and was just like, this is too much, but it looks so much
Yeah,
fun.
it
It's
sounds
ridiculous.
so good.
Yeah.
But nerd.
Alert.
Ah, fuck. That actually was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Anyone seen any good films lately?
I want to see. What do you call it? Chappie.
No,
The
you
Minion.
don't. You
It's
don't
terrible.
want to see that
I
film.
know it's meant to be bad,
I've
but
heard
I
nothing
love,
but bad
I love
things.
Neil Blomkamp, and there's nothing
Really?
nothing else good out right now at the minute.
Yeah,
don't
see,
think.
I
You
like it
could
as
go
well.
see
but I'm
Killed
not sure why.
Messenger.
Killed Messenger.
Hmm.
I'm behind on my film releases like the
Oh,
last
I
few
saw
weeks.
Big
'cause-
Hero 6 last week, and that's my forever. I don't
Yeah.
even know why I was still in the cinema.
I know. Oh, I loved it though.
It was
I
very
still haven't seen that. I always want to go see that, and when I ask my friends, they're like, "Yeah, I want to see that too." I'm like, "Then let's go," and they're like, "Oh, we'll just wait till it's out on DVD." I'm like, "Fuck you."
It's already on popcorn time.
Is it?
Though I do not endorse.
What was that? Shh.
Downloading films, but you can do that.
No,
We'll cut it and post it. It's fine.
the new Liam Neeson film, Run All Night. It's pretty good.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, for like the majority of the film, it's just okay, and you're like, yeah, this is alright, and then the end just pulls it back, and you're like, nice. It's got a good
Do him
sound.
and Ed Harris have a big gunfight at the end?
I'm not saying you're just gonna have to see it.
Well, it's not worth it to see if they have a big gunfight at the end.
That,
No,
In fact,
it's-
it's 2 old dudes fucking fighting hand to hand on top of something tall.
No, it's more
No,
it's more emotional. It's more feels.
That's
You know that
Shit.
stuff.
I
It's
would actually
want
want that.
feels.
Like at the end of it, if they just sat down and had a cup of coffee and then that was it. It's like that would be
I
a
want
surprise.
feels
No, that
like
doesn't
watch,
happen.
like,
That would
fucking,
be
like,
surprising.
War Horse or American Beauty or some bullshit like that. I want action.
it
Three
is
examples.
no, but
Where
it's
did they come from?
it's the lovely story of a father who's a hitman and an alcoholic, and a son who's a boxer and hates him.
And to bond, they decide to run a midnight marathon together.
Yes.
In aid of charity.
And through the running of the marathon, they realised that they were able to work. They have more in common than they realised, and they're able to work out their
Wait,
differences.
so with his Liam Neeson supposed to be Ed Harris' son?
No, it's Liam Neeson shoots Ed Harris's son. There's like it's so good because it's like bro emotion, like it's man emotion.
Bruh.
It's like father and son
That's
stuff.
not a thing.
The plot
So
is like,
it's like-
it's completely tenuous at best. Like the setup for it, it's just
Yeah.
like you killed my son, so I gotta kill yours.
I love how that went really Irish. You kill my son,
You
I'm
kill-
gonna do your fucking knees in.
You killed my boy, so you did it.
No, but it's like that, but it's really, I don't know, just toward the end because it pays off and it's so like, I enjoyed it. I went to see it with my mom and she was like, it was okay, but I was like, I thought it was
Shut
good.
up, mom.
You're a fucking idiot! This is
What do you know?
I hate you.
Shut up!
I wish I was
don't
never
understand
born.
me. Oh, Run All Night gets my recommendation only because of the ending. So the ending's good.
Half a thumb up.
Half a thumb.
And that concludes this week's Iglucast movie corner.
I have something to add to the conspiracy corner. My previous...
It's a conspiracy
corner.
triangle.
Okay.
Because there's three of us.
Okay, yeah.
Illuminati, right in the middle.
Oh my god.
On Polygon,
We gotta
there
break the
was a
triangle.
thing about Jeff Keighley interviewing Gabe Newell about like where Valve's going and stuff.
Yeah.
And he basically, like, he never mentions it, but he's like, yeah, well, I get, like, you know, obviously people want the old stuff they used to, so like Portal Left 4 Dead, blah, 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 but we're always trying to fit it in with our new, like, you know, we're not going to go back on what we've learned and not apply that to the new things, and we're going to try and, you know, take our technology. So he makes examples of, like, you know, if we want something that's got like loads of very interesting characters and things, we're obviously going to like focus on like that kind of thing on Dota because it's got, you know, a huge list of characters.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we want to do like sort of like multiplayer based thing, like Team Fortress is, you know, more the sort of area they'd be looking. So then I think that gives credence to my whole Half-Life 3 will be a VR game. And it will be amazing.
Yeah.
Because they've already showed like the Portal
I
demo, which means they
definitely-
applied to it.
Because even like, I've heard people say at GDC that like Valve were all about virtual reality, and everyone was just all all the talk was just like VR and Oculus and whatever everyone's individual projects are. So I'd say Valve's next big thing will be something big on a VR headset.
See, it's going to be really weird though if that does kind of kick off and that's the future. You're like going to go walk into a living room and you're just going to walk past people with literally that helmet on, like power gloves on, just like.
I don't like
doesn't
it
come with gloves,
purely.
I think it does it. I thought so.
Something probably will. I can
Yeah.
imagine they'll do
It
that at some
fucking
point.
better
But
come with gloves.
gloves would almost make sense as a control method
Yeah.
because you can
Yeah,
control
but
nearly
surely
every game.
like infrared cameras and stuff are good enough.
Yeah,
maybe
you
we
probably
wouldn't
wouldn't
need
need-
gloves if it can see your hands.
But I suppose it's like, do you want a headset and an infrared camera, or a headset and gloves?
I want headset
I
gloves
basically like
'cause
having
I
a
want to
Kinect
be
and a-
pure 1980s.
Yeah.
I'm playing this in my mum's basement.
Nintendo Power Glove.
And background behind me is all wooden for some reason, and I'm wearing a t-shirt that's like really faded of like a kid's cartoon show. I'm just like, oh, this is so good.
And
I have a
you're-
mullet
and
also.
Yeah, we should have
Yeah,
the
locks the door
Valve
behind him.
VR works differently
No, no.
from the Valve VR works differently from Oculus, and
Yeah.
because it's got two sensors in the room, and the whole point is it scans the room, and then you can walk around and it'll move you.
Oh
inside the
yeah,
van.
yeah.
But if you get close to it, it'll do like a whole cool like holodeck thing
Oh.
where the edges appear.
Yeah.
So surely if I can read the walls,
Oh no, yeah.
it will
you
eventually.
wouldn't
Well, maybe not this iteration, but like
Yeah.
fucking Kinect camera, like it.
Yeah, you
So
Track your digits.
Valve is getting closer and closer to just spying on you in your own home.
But they can't spy me because the camera's on my face. Not unless I look in the mirror. They can't.
No, but if they have
Man.
sensors around the
If
room,
no, if the, if
They
the
scan
security,
the
if the,
room and now
if the
they
security
know.
camera's on my head, they can't see me.
Yeah, obviously they're not. Yeah, but they're not looking to see you. They're looking to see what you're doing.
You're looking to see your business.
Terrible.
It's just like it's like a Sunday afternoon, and you're just in your boxers. All you've been doing is eating food, just letting it fall onto yourself. And you're like, I'm gonna play me some virtual reality and some poor individual.
Surely it's been. I've been in virtual reality for a month now.
Some poor, just,
Take it off. You're like,
oh, it's stuck to my eyes.
some poor bastard at Valve wondering why 90% of the people wear their headsets to the toilet.
why are they doing this?
It's just like, no, hold it. It's going everywhere. Wash your hands. Just imagine it. It's like you're like wearing the headset. You're about to walk away from the bathroom and just give Neil's voice just softly in your ear. Wash your hands.
That reminds me. Did you ever see that? It was a thing of they got a woman, a man and a woman, and put Oculuses on their heads, and then they had cameras in the front, but they were swapped. So when they looked down, they had the opposite person's body.
Yeah.
So then you have like the guy looking down. He's just sort of like, oh, this is weird. Like, where's my body? And then she was doing the same thing. Like, oh, like my legs are wrong, and this is awful. You do something like that. Except you're on a different toilet.
You sit down and they just do it. You're like, oh no!
What are you doing? It's not what that's for.
Oh my god. That's the future right then and there. Living in fear, that's some good just say. Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's kind of...
But yeah, Half-Life 3 on the Vive or whatever the hell it's called.
The Vive?
You heard it here first. Well, it could be Vive.
Pure Viva.
It's V-I-V-E. You can pronounce it.
I'd say it's probably Vive because
Vive.
Vive sounds terrible.
But it's like Valve, Vive. Kind
I don't like it.
Yeah, it sucks.
So get on the Vive, yeah, man.
It's like
This is a cool periphery for your PlayStation.
when they first announced the Wii, and I thought it was called the Y, and I was like, why did they call it that? And then someone was like, no, it's pronounced Wii, and I was like, oh, that's much better.
Great.
Wow.
Thanks. Named after what children called their pee. But no, they like instead because they have the whole Valve thing and then they have the whole Steam thing. Should they not call it like I don't know, like water or something? No, but like
Valve, Steam,
like fluid. Fluid is even better.
Third degree burn.
the Gauge.
Scald.
It's called
Scald.
bolts.
Bolts. Third degree burn.
I like fluid or fluid.
Hydraulic.
Hydro. Fluidality. Fluidality's not a word.
Valve, Steam.
Fluidality's not a word, but it sounds nice.
Fluidity.
It's called a game that.
Fluidity. What did you just say?
Fluidity.
Fluidity.
Fluidity. Fuck off. Don't record this.
Fluidity.
Fluidity.
Fuck, hang on, I'm gonna get this. Fluidity.
Fluidity.
Fuck you guys. This isn't a supportive workspace.
Shut up.
Yeah, damn right.
Fluidity.
Fluidity.
Yeah, fluidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
We spent way too
Fluidity.
long on this.
Yeah, but maybe for you, but for me, that was a victory.
Valve, Steam. There has to be something to do with your eyes or like looking around.
Scald.
A swivel.
So.
Joint.
Screw.
Pipes.
Spanner.
It's
Pipes.
called pipes.
You got it. $1 million right there.
Ship it.
It's-
Right out of there.
There's a ship it.
Pipes.
Is Steam called Steam because of that whole thing where people say that the internet is just a series of tubes? Or is it just like...
I thought it had something to do
coincidental?
with the whole Valve and Steam
Yeah,
thing. I thought
like,
that it was like
then
a...
is
Steam
Valve called-
passes through a valve. So they as Valve are passing the Steam, i.e. games and information, through themselves to us.
Wow.
And then... They should call condensation, because that's what Steam turns into. So you...
Steam sounds like the name of a cyberpunk drug.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
You go to Steam
All
Day.
the best drugs sound like that.
I'll get some Steam.
like
All the best drugs sound like they're
all
not
the
real.
best fictional drugs.
Yeah, I only do
Yeah.
drugs.
Like
that sound
Nukem,
cool.
Psycho, Hydro.
But would you
Psycho.
ever
Rebound.
like
Buff out.
Would you ever try something called Psycho? Like if
Yes.
someone like
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay,
If I
someone
lived in the middle of a fucking nuclear wasteland,
No, 'cause
I'd
like,
be fight some people.
cocaine-
I'd be crunching that shit all day.
Cocaine and heroin sound really like weird and chemically, but psycho,
Yeah.
that's what I want. I want to be a
You
psycho.
know exactly what it does.
I want to
Yeah,
buff
true.
out. I want to buff out.
Yeah.
I want some skooma.
Well then
Scuba.
they should
Skooma.
change like cocaine to just Charlie Sheen.
Or just
And
change
you're
it
like,
to
do you
what-
want some Sheen? Fuck yeah, I want some Sheen.
Well, it's alright. You can call it. You can call it Charlie. China
They call it
White.
Charlie. China White.
horse.
Charlie.
Horse is
I
another
really
word.
like China White. I don't know.
Or Bolivian marching powder.
Yeah.
But you would never try something called nuke. Like that
Yeah,
sounds
but
too
it's-
dangerous.
It's Nukem.
Nukem?
Well, all of Japan tried
That's
it
a
one time.
Robocop. It's like the red dust or spice.
Spice.
Yeah, Spice is a good name.
What about Nuka-Cola Quantum? I would drink that.
Not technically.
Oh yeah, I'd drink it, yeah. I'd drink that. Yeah, but just because it's like cola is a name to me that sounds nice. Like something that's nice. And then Nuka sounds like extreme, so it's like extreme nice.
Extreme Cola.
Fuck yeah, I'd love to try that.
Or Nuka-Cola Common Victory. Those are the very special ones.
Yeah,
There's only like
shit.
10 of them in the game.
Wow.
Would
And they were like bright yellow.
actually a drink called Victory, you would drink the fuck out of that.
That drink already exists, I
Does
guarantee. At
It-
some point
it
in
has
history,
to.
some
some American company has made a drink called Victory.
Guys, it's called
It probably
Victory.
came out just after World War II or something.
To the internet.
He's doing it, he's searching.
Drink Victory!
Yep, there's an energy drink called Victory Energize.
Damn it!
When did it come out? Did I get that right?
I don't know, but their tagline is time to open up a can of Victory on someone's ass.
I drink that. I drink
Yeah.
that. No, I can't
They
drink
got
any
me.
of those
What can I
things.
say? I want to be a winner.
A winner? A winner or a winner?
No, a winner?
Alright, I thought you said a winner. I was like, what's a winner?
Yeah. Only losers don't drink Victory.
And then it's just like all these people
Ah.
with serious cases of diabetes.
There's the FAQ are so stupid. I noticed Panax ginseng extract in your ingredient list. What is it, and what will it do to me if I drink it? Good question. We'll look into that.
we don't know.
The FDA hasn't approved it yet, so
If,
the side effects are not our fault.
I ran out of gas on my way to Revelstoke Mountain. Can I use Victory to get me to the next gas station? If you mean to pour it into you so you can have the energy to walk to the next gas station, absolutely. If you mean to pour it into the tank of your car, you probably had one too many Victory drinks already. I need to sit quietly
Is
for
it
10
alcoholic?
minutes. No, it's not alcoholic.
no, but it's like those things get you
But
buzzed.
it does impair your
I-
judgment grade.
It does kind of make you. But no,
Don't give it to kids. It's terrible.
no, it's like I had like when I was in tech, friends of mine would drink like a can of Monster or
that's
Relentless
the-
every day, and I tried a Relentless, and I got like maybe 3/4 of the way through the can, and I just started coming down. I was sitting in like tech trying to draw,
Yeah.
and I was shaking. I was like, I don't think this is a good thing for me.
And they smell awful. Like it just,
Yes.
it smell. I don't know what it.
Especially
I
like
don't know what the smell is, but it's disgusting.
it's like people
Sure.
who drink Red Bull or Boost first thing in the morning. How can you
Oh.
do that? They smell like they smell like a night out.
Yeah.
Like I would only
I
drink
think that's the
them
thing.
with
I just,
alcohol.
yeah, I attribute it to the smell of vodka. So
Yeah.
it makes
It's
me
just-
feel dire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Energy drinks. Water. That's what I say. H2O.
Just get hydrated.
Yeah. Igloo Media is not sponsored by hydration in any form or way.
Hydro.
Hydro. We're gonna wrap.
Mm-hmm.
That good?
Yeah, that was 40 minutes, and I said it would be 30. So that's
Oh, okay.
that's a personal best.
Gotta get those time boxes tight.
Yes, they're getting there. Tight, tight, tight.
You can't contort natural flow of conversation. You can't trap it. You have to let it go.
Yeah, but we could technically hack out 10 minutes.
Yeah, totally. Just edit out like 10 minutes.
I'll let it down. to
Any
like
random
30
10 minutes. Take it out.
Just out in the
In
middle.
fact, it's going to have to be more than that because we're continuing to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone
Stop
shut up.
talking.
Alright?
Outro.
Outro.
Okay.
So that was episode 9 of the Iglucast podcast, and if you like what you listen to or have any questions or comments, you can tweet us at Igloo Media or email me at jason@igloomedia.co.uk. And until next week, thanks for listening. That's bye from me, Michael, and Aidan.
Bye.
Bye.
That
was bye.
prick.
That was bye in game dev speak.
I'm tired.
Tally ho!